I am working on the Keeping Cinema Still project.
I'm teaching Ukrainian glossario.
We have a glossario, which is kind of dictionary for computer science terms, and we wanted to translate those terms to Ukrainian.
And the one that I felt most strongly about was the biodiversity trail task.
Our STEP project is all about setting up a biodiversity trail.
We are working on the creation of an exhibition alongside the themes of disability through art history.
So my STEP project is called Keeping Cinema Still, and what we're doing is building a database of a bunch of cinema announcement slides that the archive has since the 80s but haven't really been looked at.
Suggesting ways the transition toolkit can be improved for better support to the students and those with English as an additional language.
We're interested in St Andrews in increasing everybody's engagement with biodiversity, whether they're students, staff, anybody in fact. If you don't know it's there, you're not really going to care about it or make any steps. We're all really aware of, I think now, of carbon and managing our carbon footprint, but there's not that same awareness for biodiversity.
I would really love this to go to higher up in the university, to be on the biodiversity section of the university website and kind of be there as an interactive guide for students to start out with.
There is a lot of materials about the impact of Russian aggression in Ukraine, and Ukrainian scientists had a lot of data to share with the world. And we started this project just having one term in Glossario, and by now we have already 60 terms translated.
For the students' work, cataloging the slides is immediately impactful for the National Library. I mean, they are doing very important archival work, in a real work setting. In a wider sense, I hope that the outputs of this project are going to be of interest, within the university, perhaps to other students, but also, more broadly to the Scottish communities, as they can learn perhaps about the different roles that their cinema may have had in their local area.
Leadership and teamwork.
Majorly, I would say digital literacy, research and creativity are three major things that they've picked up there, and sort of teamwork being the fourth one, which I think runs across STEP really.
So we are learning how to create this online exhibition as well as trying to make it as accessible as possible, and we are dealing with learning about technologies. So I'd say that I have definitely developed my research skills a lot more. I would also say teamwork is a massive skill that I have valued learning more about throughout this project, especially with the problems that we've had to overcome.
One of the really important things that we had to do, and even more so every year, is to teach students to be able to do things. Not so much to have knowledge in their head, but how you use that knowledge. Really transferable skills of collaboration, of applied research, of then creating very practical, user-friendly documents, and so on.
And so I think I've definitely gained a lot of leadership skills through that. And also just organizational. I mean, it was like a 6-week time period, which seems like a lot of time, but it can be quite challenging when you're trying to get a lot of different tasks done.
You hope that what they do now helps them even in a year's time, or builds an interest which they can continue.
I really enjoyed working with other people in my group too. By having weekly meetings and regular communications outside of them has helped us a lot to keep each other up to date.
And so we have this community where participants are translating words from terms from English into Ukrainian, and hopefully creating an impactful project of a Ukrainian version of this IT terminology, which I think is very pressing now.
That's a big part of teamwork. You learn from others and others would learn from you.
On the whole, I think it's a really good practice to work with other people, and everyone I've worked with is super lovely.
STEP makes a real difference in so many ways. Some of the projects continue from year to year or are expanded to become vertically integrated projects. Many of the outputs will be shared with the university community, as well as the local community in St. Andrews and other wider stakeholders. We are excited to see how STEP continues to develop and look forward to welcoming another cohort next summer.